Greetings and salutations. It's your boy D.Boom. I'm back, coming with the Divine Feminine situation here. And, while I shuffle, just gonna break a few things down. So, there's three types of people in the world, okay? You have Divine. These are people that's closest to God. Here. You got Karmics. These are like the space majority of the people in the world. And they just exist. Some find their purpose, some don't. Some ascend, some won't. Majority of people really don't know God. They don't know love. They don't understand themselves. So they can't really understand people. They don't understand love. So that's why they don't understand how to love another person. Not really that close to God. So they really can't, I don't know, do the opposite of mustard in areas you feel they should. Like in my personal opinion, I think love and understanding and loyalty, like it's underrated like a motherfucker. In my personal opinion, it's just people don't understand what love is. I know they don't love themselves. That's why they can never love me. I know they don't understand themselves or life or God or anything. So how the fuck they gonna understand a real motherfucker like myself? You know what I'm saying? It's all mental. Too many karmics at the end of the world. They're like zombies in the apocalypse. Don't get bit. Now, you have catalysts out here, i.e. false twin flames, Siths, as I like to call them. We're Jedi. Siths, as I like to call them. And you just got all around generally evil people. Evil is a word I don't believe. It's man-made term. Sin, I don't believe in sin. It's a man-made term. Hell, I don't believe it's a man-made term. Like, at the end of the day, hell don't exist, I will argue. At the end of the day, you gotta stay divine at all times. Because if you anything lower than a karmic, like karmics are stupid, but these are like your 1-2%ers slash Siths. And it ain't too many Siths, because I'm like I say, they align the way they're aligning themselves with their master or whoever they serve, probably themselves. You definitely don't want to fuck with the low realms. Like, this is already low energy. You don't even want to. Like, this is already being a little far from God. You don't want to go away from God. Like, because when you're here, you're going away from God. That's a whole nother wave. You dig what I'm saying? Stay up. What's up? God is what's up. So let's get this message popping. You want to be a divine feminine or a divine masculine. And you want to ID whether you're a feminine or a masculine energy. I am a divine feminine energy. I'm a man, but I'm a divine feminine energy. Check out my channel if you really want to understand. Yeah. You could be a divine masculine, feminine. My twin sister is. And my mother. It's a journey. You got to know who you are. Like, it doesn't make sense to, I don't know, build anything without reading the instructions. Playing a game without looking at the booklet first. Discussing what the rules is before you play spades or dominoes or shoot dice with somebody. You know what I mean? It might not work in your favor. A for awareness. First card of your reading, divine feminine. Your masculine had this. And that was what he was holding on to. Let's see what you're doing with your awareness. Queen of Pentacles. You're capitalizing on your awareness. Or bossing up on your awareness. Queen of Pentacles, that's the Khalees bossy card. The song Bossy, play that. That's the energy of this. You have a shitload of awareness. And what I told you, once you get awareness, you got to do what? Do something with it. That's how you survive. Two of Wands. That's the next level. But it ain't just about surviving. Two of Wands, making ends meet with this awareness. You need to have a purpose. Three of Wands for this awareness. Because it's all about going up, not going down, or negative sub-levels. Queen of Pentacles. Aside from being a boss, this is more responsibility. More money, more problems. You want to be a boss, you got to be able to do what a boss does. What does a boss do? They fire people. They hire people and they fire people. And just having awareness for yourself to maneuver, you need to have awareness on how to deal with other people to maintain the status, this responsibility, this authority. fairly important. What's very important is tough motherfucking love. King of Cups, 1950s, 1960s dad, highest form of emotion you can have. The emotion to just say, fuck it. Fuck it. You're fired. Fuck it. You know what? This friendship isn't going anywhere. I'm going to just save my time and your time by just dissolving this right now. You know what I mean? We don't even need to waste any time. It was cool. Deuces. I'll holler back. Woo! It's like having the power to just, I don't know. It's like your son don't want to fuck with his mom. There's some shit you can't even comprehend, but your son don't want to fuck with his mom. It's like you let him go. God is out here too. You let go and let God. That was the divine masculine's message. We'll get to that in a second. Sometimes you just gotta have tough love. What does this card mean? It's too much important shit in the world that you need to give a fuck about. And it's a whole bunch of shit in the world you don't need to give a fuck about. This is a card to really accept what it is. I was telling my mama this shit today when me and her was having coffee this morning. The world real as fuck. Like I say, Zion. How real is the world? It's as real as Zion is in the Matrix. That's the real world. This is the world, but we also live in a real world within the world. That's ascended people. For ascended people. Divine people. We any rate, you know, the world too real. We're too advanced, divines are. We're just gonna have to really learn how to, I don't know, just accept the world for what it really is. We got jobs and purposes to do. That's all that matters. It's just the energy of what I say all the time. It's the purpose of a person. At least for me, if it ain't about the kingdom, I don't give a fuck about it. But if it ain't gonna help a person or the community or kind of help heal the world, I don't give a fuck about it. If it ain't helping, it's hurting. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna waste my time giving a fuck about shit I don't need to give a fuck about. Like, I don't need to give a fuck about what the next person got going on. Or what the next city or next, you know what I'm saying? I gotta focus on my family. That's first. Me first, because if I die, how am I gonna help my family? I gotta help me first. Family, house, from house to fucking neighborhood. Neighborhood, community, township, city, state, fucking country, fucking world. It's a process. Spins just like the grand universe does. Steps to this shit. And this is very important. Like I said, you're gonna have to have the energy to not give a fuck when it comes to certain shit. This is, I don't know, the president's decision to nuke a motherfucking asteroid that's about to hit the earth. Only drawback is it's a few cities on the earth that's gonna get fucked up. Chicago might be one of them. Rest in peace. But if we gotta die, we gotta die for the sake of the world to live. I'm with that. That's the King of Cups energy. That's everybody accepting the fact that shit, we're about to blow an asteroid to pieces. We're gonna get hit. It's gonna be fucking debris. We're gonna get hit. That's gonna happen eventually in the world. See, we ain't there yet, but we're gonna get there. Many flybys we have. God always be taking care of us. You know how many flybys we be having in God? Anyway, hey, it's gonna happen one day. We're gonna have to blast some shit. It's gonna have to scatter and hey. Let's just say some super duper duty catastrophic shit happened to where the 1-2%ers get what they want. So rat back. Emergency. It's some shit that's gonna happen in the world. I don't know. It's gonna be fucked up. Very catastrophic. The people who are already clear and already good, who already set shit up, they're finally gonna be able to use all the motherfucking resources they got in tune to kickstart this new world, because it's gonna have to be a new world, because shit just fucked up. Shit just beyond fucked up to where, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be mass extinction. It can happen at any time. That's the reality of the world we motherfucking live in. Now, if you live in a world to where you're unaware of how many times God, like I say, it's the present. What's the present? It's a gift from God. Like, not a present. We talking about the present. Like, what time are we living in right now? We living in the present. This is the now. It's a gift from God. That's why he calls it the present. Moving on. Coming to this reading, feminine, you got the Eight of Swords. Your masculine had this in his reading. You have it now, and this is you consciously. Fine, feminine, you're in a mental prison. But you know you're in one. And that's the difference between a person who's in a jail, he doesn't know he's in, as opposed to a person that's in a jail, they know they're in. Like, you know you're in a mental prison, you know you can get out of it because you've identified the fact that you're in a prison. Now all you gotta do is figure out a way out. Definitely a way out because you got yourself in. If you're in a mental prison and don't know you're in a motherfucking mental prison, how can you free yourself? Like Fantasia. Clarify as Eight of Swords is the Four of Pentacles. This is what your masculine is suffering from also. Holding on to shit. It's a person, place, or a thing. Your masculine is holding on to the point where they can't even move forward in life. They're in a stagnant position. Most of them, not all. With you, Divine Feminine, like I say, the longer you stay in this self-imposed prison, the longer you're kind of going to stay in the stagnant position, just like your masculine be going through. Once again, it's figure eight. Shit your masculine goes through, he's going to, like I say, climax over that shit, deal with it, and it's going to fade, but that's when you're kind of going to get on that energy too. It's a reflection. Y'all reflect the same shit. So, of course, y'all going to reflect the same emotions. It's just going to come out different because it's coming out different. Three of Pentacles. This is you and another person doing something, Divine Feminine. Now, got to pick another card because I already know where this is going. Feminines. When you're Three of Pentacles out here, make sure, when you're Three of Pentacles out here, make sure you're not Two of Swording. Two of Swording is doubt, indecision, pussyfooting around, half-assing. You don't do half-ass friendships. This is you and another person trying to be friends, or you and another person trying to be in a relationship, or you and another person trying to get understanding, or you and a person trying to do shit, start a business, whatever the fuck. You should not come into this situation here with any doubt or teeter-tottering. Why? That's just not a way to start the day. I can't fuck with a person who, like I say, ain't sure about a move. It's like, hey, let's start a business together. It's like, all right, bet, let's get the papers together. Let's talk about what we're gonna do. It's like we meet up, we talk about what we're gonna do, and it's like, bam. Kind of happened to me. It's like I just asked my so-called business partner. It's like for his half. You know what I'm saying? This bread to start this little company up so we can get everything square. I felt like I was doing pretty much the majority of the work. You know what I'm saying? All he had to do was just, I don't know, help co-found this little demonstration, which didn't cost too much. Cost the same as, I don't know, a passport. Pair of Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker couldn't even do that. Like, fuck out of here. Can't be screaming LLE and you ain't trying to work for it. It ain't like you working. All you gotta do is just, I don't know, show some initiative or something that you're ready to move forward. It's like I say all the time. If we can't grow together like adults, I will leave you where the fuck I found you. If you're not an adult, you're a little ass kid. And if you're a grown kid, then I can't hang with grown kids. Eventually, I'll start acting like that. Moving on. Feminine. You in regards to yourself personally, you got the Two of Pentacles. This is you being in somebody's space, you being in somebody's face, you being in somebody's place. Or you keeping somebody close, or you wanting to be close to somebody. Actually, you are close. Fuck it. It ain't like you want to be. You are close, you just want to be closer. Clarifying the fact that you close to somebody and want to be closer and you can't be, that's a Five of Wands, outside conflict, and that's something you're just going to have to understand. This is the energy of, like, you had a boyfriend who's like your high school sweetheart and shit. And it's like, y'all get y'all first apartment, right? Y'all break up, shit don't work out. Y'all end up separating, you end up getting another apartment, and it just so happened the apartment is kind of down the hall from where your ex-boyfriend stay at. And it's like, y'all ain't spoke since the breakup, but y'all live in the same fucking building. And as much as you want to just go out your door and walk to his door and do, nah, that shit, you can't. He's got his own life. It's killing you even more. You actually seeing the bitches walking to him from his crib. It's a lot of company. It's a lot of shit going on that wasn't going on when you was there. But it's like you can see where you used to be and you just kind of close but want to get closer. Any closer, you be on his motherfucking neck. Five of Wands, outside conflict. Whatever happens over here here's business. It ain't got shit to do with you. It's outside conflict unless you want to make it about you. Now, keep in mind, if you want to make this about you, then, like I say, you're literally walking into an outside conflict. This is the energy of you being a motherfucking blood, walking into a Crip neighborhood where a shitload of Crips. You got on a red shirt walking to a whole blue area. Nigga, you better take your shirt off, but take your chain, something, straight your hat. Like, hey, don't act like it ain't gonna be problems. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk into any situation naive or dumbfounded of your environment or your surroundings. Sad to say, but most people who end up in fucked up situations, like killed in crazy places, are people who, you know, kind of weren't aware of their surroundings. It's like Sookie, the first time Sookie from True Blood, first time Sookie walked up and fanged Tasia and shit. She a human and shit, got her kittens out and shit. Skin looking good as hell. Just too much skin exposed. It's like, I remember me and my twin sister and my mom went to go see my dad in prison and shit one time. And these niggas was looking at my sister like rotisserie gold chicken and shit, nigga. They was just like thirsty. I was just watching my sister. That's my twin sister. You know, I'm it's kind of like, you know, kind of protective and shit like that. She wanted me to know her me and shit. But anyway, like, the way they was looking at my sister was crazy. She was a minor. They didn't give a fuck about none of that. It's about, like, that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that at all. You know what I'm saying? Best thing you can do, okay, is keep shit close to heart. It's last shit I'm going to say and I'm going to move on. 309, that's where I'm from. Bloomington Normal, Illinois. That's where my mother family from. My father family from Chicago. You know, Blue Mill. Blue Mill all motherfucking day, 309. I tattooed 309, Blue Mill, McLean County on my arm. So I ain't never got to go back to that motherfucker. You feel me? Like, that's home. Like, Chicago is home to me, but this is my hometown. Bloomington Normal, Twin Cities, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't have to be there to know what's going on there. Everything that's popping out there, I know about. Even when I was in Utah, I knew what the fuck was going on in Bloomington Normal. It's the hometown. You know what I mean? When I pop up in hometown, I'll pop up, you know what I'm saying, say what's up, and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't even have to go there to really be there. It's always here. Home is where the heart is anyway. Let's move on. Feminine, you subconsciously in regards to yourself, you got God here. You're just going to have to learn what the masculine learned in his reading previously. It's just to let go and let God. As long as you're Queen of Swording, which is being 10 toes the fuck down or what mental direction you want to go to, i.e. doing everything in your motherfucking power to help your situation. As long as you do that, and by the time the next card happens, which is the King of Swords, which is God laying a smack down on anybody candy ass, you know what I'm saying, it ain't for the kingdom, you know what I'm saying, or helping you on your behalf or blessing you because you've been blessing others, you know what I'm saying? Whatever God does is going to be good. Learn to trust God's goodness. Learn to trust divine timing. Like I say, miracles still happen. God still parting Red Seas. God still burning bushes out here. Feel what I'm saying? And put more smoke on this God situation subconsciously in regards to yourself personally. Feminine, we got the Four of Wands. This is heaven. Zion. Union, reunion, and recognition. Union, reunion, and recognition. I'm telling you, that's in God's hands. And in divine timing after you do everything in your power to make a situation go in a favor that you want it to go. Four of Wands is the prize. God knows exactly what your prize is. God knows what you want. God knows what you need. But guess what? Just because you want something don't mean that you need it. What's best for you ain't really what's best for you. God had no business, like I said, it's going to be for what's best for you over anything. So if a situation ends between you and your twin, obviously it wasn't best for you. For you, keyword, best for you. Because before you a boyfriend, friend, before two people even become one, you were a whole fucking person. Before you started hanging with another person. Now, moving on. As far as the masculine role, feminine, you in regards to the masculine role, you've been on some Night of Wand business. This is being on your job. This is moving fast and fiercely in your divine direction. This is you being busy. This is you working a lot. You're working so much that you just really ain't had time to socialize. You ain't really had time to kick it. You ain't really got time to do what you would usually be doing because, of the lockdown. Also because, like I say, it's all work, no play. You can tell by my eyes, it's all work, no play. Talking about, man, I'm not complaining. I'm giving money because I need that to sustain myself out here. Because, like I say, if you ain't got to loot the school, you some people ain't working. I'm just taking advantage of the fact that I am and its conditions. Aside from all that, though, I'm on my job. I'm always on my job. I ain't finna get shootout somewhere in the street in the hood, some fucking where. Because if I ain't at work, I'm at home. And if I'm at home, and most of the time I'm doing this. Like I say, I got two jobs. Like I say, I'm always on my job and I stay busy so I ain't in harm's way. Only people with no purpose or people who just out here suffer from things. It could be whether it's a fucking accident or it was meant to happen. Always be on your job, feminine. When it comes to the masculine energy, meaning your life and shit like that, always be on your job. This is you keeping professional relationships professional. This is you keeping people in the groups that they're in. If they're a colleague, keep them a colleague. If they're not relationship material, don't lead any people on or try to, incite or infer things. Don't chase shit but your motherfucking liquor. At the end of the day, and like I say, be on your job. As long as you're on your job, everything else is going to slide into place. Trust me. More smoke. Seven of Pentacles. This is Riri. The reason why you're on your job, because like I say, you need to be on your Riri shit. You're in the process of reorganizing, rearranging. You know what I mean? Reviewing things, replaying, reverbing, rehashing, reanalyzing, reconnecting. Like I say, it's just a lot of Riri. You're removing a lot of people from your life. You're like really reordering your pentacles. Just really getting your life together. And your J for job is really going to help you in the process of getting your life together. By you being on your job, you ain't hanging with people who ain't on jobs. Thus, you got, you know what I'm saying? Like a job is going to keep you away from trouble, just like you fucking with guys is going to keep you away from low-level energies in general. Because you in Zion, 4 of Wands. Zion is up here. It's away from the world. Subconscious. So this whole you being on your job, just keeping you kind of in a constant state of recreation, a constant state of creation. You got the Ten of Pentacles. This is all good. You know what I'm saying? 2 becoming 1. Or you 2 people coming together like butt cheeks, or like I say, you finally wanted to kind of get out your apartment and walk back to your ex house and kind of have a conversation with them or kind of reconnect. And it's like y'all do. It's like y'all give each other keys and access to each other's cribs because it's 2 fucking apartments on the same floor. And y'all so cool to where y'all be switching apartments and doing all kind of other dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Or then started, like whatever. It's like, this the old situation, this the new situation, a new improved situation, but it's a 10. That's why it's on a higher level and on a better pinnacle situation than this 2 of Pentacles could ever be. Going to the future. Feminine, you got the 4 swords. This is being in your head. Too much rest and relaxation or an idle mind. It's an idle mind. That's a double workshop. Aside from that, this is like I said, they ain't necessarily focusing. It's just trying to figure out something to focus on. Figure out something to do. Or figure out what direction you want to go now. It's like a Like I said, it's like you turn on your TV, you turn on your PlayStation, you turn on anything. It's like you're trying to figure out what time you want to put your food on in the microwave. You're just sitting there. Like you put the food. It's like Ace of Swords. You hungry, right? Two of Swords. I don't know what to eat. Should I go out to eat or should I cook something or warm something up? Fuck it, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna just warm something up. Three of Swords. Boom. You go in the refrigerator. You get last night's lasagna or casserole, right? Four of Swords is you taking that lasagna out the freezer or thawing out chicken. Okay, you thaw the chicken out, so now you gotta cook it. It ain't like you gonna put the chicken back in the refrigerator. You actually went past the point of no return by taking that chicken out. Thus, you're gonna have to cook something. Now you're just trying to see what you want to do with it. Four Swords is basically, you know what I mean? Like putting whatever that is in the oven and trying to figure out what the temp gonna be. Five of Swords is actually looking at the buttons and pressing that shit. But Four Swords is taking it out the refrigerator. Five of Swords is pressing the buttons. Four Swords is still even putting it in the oven. Because you can just put it in the oven and not press no buttons. Because it ain't time to cook yet. Five of Swords, which is focus, is you focusing on what you're doing right now. So Six of Swords. You can just cook it. Four Swords, like I said, it's just kind of like pre-phase. You know, going to the future feminine, you kind of in your head about what you want to do. And what is that? Ten of Cups. You kind of in your head about this whole happiness, emotional contentment situation. It's kind of energy I've been going through lately, which is basically like just accepting a few things in life. One thing I'm accepting in life is that, like I said, a lot of people are never going to change. A lot of people are really going to not grow, not ascend. This ain't for everybody. I'm noticing this life ain't for everybody. I'm noticing that it's only a few people you're going to vibrate with. Like I say, we're all ascending. The higher you go, the less people they are. There ain't too many people in the divine realm. So when we fuck with each other, we got to fuck with each other tough. Really to build ourselves up and to really help each other. Because like I say, it's a lonely life. Being aware, having knowledge, being ejected out the matrix, not keeping up with the Joneses, not being in tune on this low level energy that it seems like everybody's on. Once again, they're zombies and we're like survivors in The Walking Dead. We gotta go out to get food. We gotta move to another place to find substance because this place we made our home has ran out of resources and we're running out of time. It's the real world. Yeah, it used to be sweet. It used to be a time when we used to go to the grocery stores to buy our meat. Now we cooking our meat and killing our meat and shit like that. Like I said, don't get shit twisted. America's sweet as fuck. It's third world countries that's going through the real right now. We going through the real right now. It's just like the Matrix. People really don't see it. I'm saying all that shit to say this. Whatever happiness is to you, make sure you find that shit because guess what? It's a step after it. Don't get so geeked about the wedding and the honeymoon that you forget that you gotta fly your ass back home to your current situation with your current permanent partner now to continue on with life. Final message in this card, we got the Wounded Warrior, i.e. the victim card. Feminine, don't play the victim. If you wounded, say something. You should have did it before the wound. Eight of Wands, that was communication. You didn't say anything. So it's like you wounded over nothing. Like you mad over something that nobody know about. Thus you're suffering in silence by yourself. When you don't have to. It's like all you have to do is Eight of Wands, say something, and you won't be in a situation. So if you did talk and if you are communicating, which Eight of Wands is self-expression too, which is needed. Because you got health, wealth, love, and self-expression. It's the table. It's the only thing that's going to keep you standing and solid. If you don't have self-expression, you will implode on yourself like a dying star because you could be wealthy, healthy, and have the love of your life. But you still got to express yourself. Nine of Wands, this can also be the victim role. Feminine, don't play the victim. Final card, don't ever play the victim in any fucking situation. Why? It's crazy. This is what your masculine had, both these cards. Because it's like I told your masculine last reading, you're too blessed to be stressed. A dream come true and a wish granted happened to you years ago. The only fear you got about this situation is that it ain't gonna happen, or that it ain't meant, or whatever it is. It's anxiety from you thinking in the future. Just focus on the now. It's only natural for you to go through the Knight of Swords because this is the step after the Ten of Swords, which is death or a permanent ending, which happened. It's part of life. But like I said, you can't play the victim because, like I said, you're too stressed to be blessed. You can't play the victim because, like I say, you know exactly what this twin flame situation is. So for you to cry about it, it'd be completely pointless. This is subconsciously too. It's like complaining about the day. Why complain? Don't nobody give a fuck about you complaining about the day. Like, who really takes time out their day to really make sure people are like having a good day? You should have a J for job. You got business to do. Or that's for the king, or for somebody's job out here, you got business to do. It ain't your job to fix another person. You can help a person up. It's like you running a motherfucking race. You ain't finna, hey buddy, I see you down. Come on, let's race the race together. Face ass. Fuck no. You're just gonna, oh shit, get him up. You know what I'm saying? Grab a cup of water all in one motion, give it to him, smack that motherfucker on the booty, and you keep going. What the fuck you talking about? It's a marathon, nigga. Hey, we all got a race to run. If he break his leg, he break his leg. He sprains. Like, hey, what you gonna do? Lose two? Be in last place with this dude? Fuck no. Help out. Keep moving. We got purpose to do. That's my message. Hope I can be a good use. It's your boy D.Boom. More messages coming soon. Astrology dropping tomorrow too, so check them all out. All right, deuces.